All right, today's the big day. We're going to have the drawing. Who's the winner of the 1501 Vanderweilen and the 2350 Tiger King from Minnesota. And we're also going to talk. Great idea. I want to give a shout out to Stuart Banks and Ben Wilson, both who helped me with, we're going to talk about the Ruben Mendine vine pattern from the 2,552-pound giant pumpkin grown in Spain. We're going to discuss the vine pattern. It's going to be a question and answer Q&A. Please join us. All right, here we go. So I'm going to keep this simple, keep it very simple for the new guy. Okay, there's the vine pattern. I'm going to slowly back up here and show you the plant. And Ruben has it, as Ruben's drawing. 32 feet wide, all right? 32 feet wide was the plant. Here is the main stump, all right? For you new people, we're going to get real basic here. Here is the stump. This is your first secondary. The secondary was 16 feet on each side, which in comparison, when I grew my plants in my kin caves, I was 28 feet. And I probably, by the time I left a little border, because I was inside a greenhouse, I don't believe Ruben is growing in a greenhouse. He could be. If I'm wrong, I've done like zero research on this. All I have is this photograph that was sent to me by Ben, and it was Stuart Banks' idea to have this video in the first place. I appreciate both the great suggestions, and I'm using them today. So, but to say, my secondaries and my plants were always like 13 feet, maybe 12, 13 feet, because I only had 28 feet. He's got 32 feet. So Ruben is using longer secondaries. Here's your first secondary, second, right on down the line. This is your main vine. Then we get to the fruit. The fruit was set out, if I'm reading this correctly, at about 13 feet. Yes, it must be, because I think the total he's got here is 13 feet. If we look out here, here's 13 feet from the crown or the stump. This is your stump or crown. 13 feet, and here's the fruit. So he's out approximately 13 feet from stump to fruit. And then his main vine comes around, and he kept it growing. Does anybody know, we'll start the question and answer. Does anybody know what was the date? How old was the plant, and what was the date? Was the main vine terminated? I'm assuming it was, but I don't know for sure. All right, and then after the fruit was set, here's some little secondaries. It appears he let them grow out 2 or 3 feet before he stopped them. Here's a couple he kind of spider-legged over out of the way of the fruit. And then what I do like here is here's this secondaries, what we call the pitchfork. As you can see, if you're new, the pitchfork is referring to the secondary coming off the main vine. And then at pitchfork pattern, you start your tertiaries, which tertiary is a $12 word for third. It should be third dairy. These are secondaries. These are third dairy vines. I didn't like English in school. Still don't. I'll misspell words. I'll pronounce your names wrong. I am not an English teacher. I'm a handyman. All right. So the secondary growing out, and he let it spider leg around. My question, here's another question to the crowd. All right, please comment and tell me what you know. Did he flip either one of these over like my vine training? I thought I assumed he flipped it over. Is one of these flipped over, or are these just secondaries growing off the main each direction? And you notice over here, this secondary, I would think that this one would be the flipper. If there was a flipper, he'd have took this one, flipped it back over, and then it must have mean he must have eliminated one secondary to produce this one. So I'm kind of confused here. Please help. Please answer my questions in the comment section. Tertiaries, again, here's your traditional pitchfork coming over the secondary, but he terminated it here, and he pitchforked the third dairies or tertiaries out. All right, so there you go. Pretty much enough information there to show you. Now, my only suggestion if you're new, I've been asked this question. If you were growing on a slope, would you put your crown at the bottom of the slope or the top of the slope. I would always put my crown at the top of the slope. I would have it on the dry side, on the high side of a slope. I don't want it on the low side because it would, on a wet season, it's going to stay too wet, I believe. And as the plant ages and gets older, the Steve Deletus theory, as the plant gets older, if you want to water the old half less and less, as the plant gets older, you want to water this half less. Well, if it's on the low side, you're going to have a hard time doing that. So I would keep your stump or crown on the high side of your garden as far as water drainage. I don't think growing north and south, east or west with the sun, I don't think it matters. I think that's just a preference of your own. So there you go, there's the fruit. Let's figure out the answers and we'll have another video next week. Come back next week and find out. Our Q&As will answer these questions on this video and we'll have another video drawing more conclusions. I really like this pattern, but one idea I have is I'm thinking I want to change it up a little bit. I'm thinking I may take mine, whether Ruben did it or not, take my secondary that comes off the stem, flip it back over this way, all right? And have it grow out the plant and have it be like almost the second half of the plant. And as the main vine grows out, I would probably terminate it about here and not let it continue to grow because I think that the pitchfork would have enough stimulation. I don't need the main vine growing to stimulate the plant. I'm not gonna get much feed off of that. So keep in mind, I'm not criticizing Ruben's plan. I think it's awesome. He's an awesome grower, but hey, it's new ideas and changing things up is how we're gonna get to 3,000 pounds, all right? So hey, add your comments, Q&A here, and let's do another one next week. And all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the drawing. We're gonna just pick the numbers and then we'll go to the list and we'll list the winners in the comment section. I'm not gonna list them here in the video, just the numbers that are drawn. All right, let's do the drawing now. Special shout out, I can do a special shout out to Ben Wilson, Stuart Banks. Stuart Banks gave me the idea. I was thinking, believe it or not, Stuart, brilliant minds think alike. I was thinking one day, you know, I had to do a video on that vine pattern at Ruben's, and I got a message from Stuart the same day. Hey man, you ought to do a video on that vine pattern. I'm like, wow, brilliant minds think alike. And then 7shooter 83. Thank you. You guys all gave me some valuable input on this video. I appreciate it very much. You know, the old brain's getting a little rusty but trusty, and I appreciate the guidance. So hey, special shout out to all you guys and to the Birdman for supporting the auctions. He's a great guy. And all you people that go and step foot, go to bigpumpkins.com, sign in, get a name, and go put your best foot forward. If all you got's $35, and go buy a seed for $35. But hey, let's not see all the seeds go for 15 bucks. That's ridiculous. Support your auctions. All right, man. Thanks for today, and let's see who the winner is. All right, 118 commenters. How many numbers? Random number generator. I can't even talk today. All right, here we go. Pull the trigger, Bubba. Here's your numbers. 10 and 67. You are the winners. Congratulations to the winners. I don't know who you are, I have no idea. I want to keep it that way. It was randomly chosen and it's going to come off the comment box. So we'll find out, but I want to thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and that if you like it, please subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and keep coming back. I'm hoping to grow either the 1501 or the Tiger King this year, or possibly I might grow my 450 Clements. It has the same genetics in it, all right? But I'm hoping to grow this year. I don't know for sure yet. I gotta wait to see what the spring unfolds with weather, soil test, and everything combined. All right, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. And like I said, keep coming back and keep it a secret, but go tell a friend. Bubba's sharing tips around the world and seeds to be won. Thank you very much.